Hello, hello, hello. This is your girl Jay. Okay, so I'm coming at you really, really quickly because I just happened to be kind of browsing through the channels, checking things out. And yeah, I don't really like what I see, y'all. Like, I'm keeping it real. I really don't like what I see. I see a lot of wretchedness. And unfortunately, in my opinion, it's not enough quote unquote black shows that put us in a good light. And I hate that. Like a lot of people that I know, a lot of people that I'm real cool with, and they're real intellectual and stuff like that, real educated. They are really into like the housewives and the love and hip hop, Atlanta and whatever. And that's cool. If you like that, that's what's up. That's cool. But in my opinion, I'm just like I can't even explain to y'all how I feel about that because I just feel like the shit puts us in such a bad light. And people will constantly, it's like we're perpetuating these characters and they constantly, yup, that's how they act, yup. You know what I'm saying? These ignorant mind people. Now, people would say, well, I don't give a damn what they got to say or whatever. But at the end of the day, yeah. Because what's being seen on TV, what is being shown on TV and seen on TV is what the multitude is going to link the rest of the people in. So if you have wretchedness and fighting and beat this and beat that and booty popping and all of that, other cultures, especially if it's a predominantly, if it's a predominant culture or race or whatever, you're going to have other people look at the rest that, yeah, that's all they good is for shaking their ass and fighting and, all this, all that. And it's just such a bad light of how we're viewed. I'm just sick of it, y'all, like for real. Like even when all the shows, like I don't believe there's any shows, in my opinion, that really puts quote unquote black people in a good light. Even with the Latino shows, they might have a couple shows or whatever that's decent. But in my opinion, like the black shows or whatever, there's no black shows out there that puts us in a good light. Pretty much with all the shows that I've seen out there, it's the same. It's just, argumentative, cursing, fighting, booty popping, all this just ratchetness. You know what I'm saying? With all the shows. And I'm just like, psh, I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not going to, not fund, but I'm not going to advocate or acknowledge something like that that's going to put us in a bad light. Because like I said, when other races and ethnicities and stuff like that see us, if that's all they're seeing on TV, then in their minds, and I'm not speaking for all of them, but I can say for some, because I've heard people say that to me. When they see stuff like that, they believe, oh, that's how we all act. So, for instance, if watching Real Housewives and you see a Nene and, stuff like that, that's how they're going to portray all black women act like Nene, all of them act like a bee, and that's crazy, but that's how we are viewed. So that's why I was saying previously, like, step it up. You know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't be supporting this shit because this is making us look horrible in the image. So what, you getting paid for this? You getting paid to look like a jackass. Like, really? Is that worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at how you're being portrayed. You don't see that this is nothing but, it really is propaganda for people to be like, oh, look at black people. That's all they good for. They ain't good for nothing else. And the ones that do got it going on a little something, they get involved in this, and unfortunately it brings them down and they start acting ratchet too. So it just boggles me how this is portrayed on mainstream TV, like, mainstream TV, 8, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, you turn the TV on, you'll see this. And this is perpetuated constantly. So to me, it's propaganda because it's like, okay, this is how black people act. It's like this they want, it's like it's almost like a subliminal type of thing. Like they want you to believe that this is how all black people act. And I believe that some people was starting to believe that's how black people act. And Latinos, but like I said, it's a little bit different because they do have programming that shows them in a better light. Now, if I'm mistaken, please forgive me. Please forgive me and let me know what's out there that I could be like, oh, okay, at least we got something in a better light. But from what I'm seeing and what I've seen, I don't see nothing that's putting black people in a good light, y'all. For real. You can name any show right now that comes on, especially the reality TV shows. Come on now. Come on. Even the ones that's family-based, come on now. It's still ratchet. Like, for real. It's still... I just hate it. Like, I really do, because like I said, we can laugh together, but don't laugh at me. And I feel like how they're portraying us is laughable. And that's an insult. And it's an insult because a lot of us don't act like that. I don't act like that. A lot of my family members don't act like that. My mom don't act like that. My mom didn't raise me like that. My grandmother didn't act like that. Her mother didn't act like that. Like, a lot of people don't act like that, but that's what you see. So people believe that's, oh, okay, that's how they act. So it's just an insult, and I'm just kind of like tired of it. Now, I know maybe specifically, individually, is probably nothing I can do about it, because it is what it is, and the majority will outweigh the minority in that anyway. So if you got black people that's like, yeah, I want to see this, it's going to stay on. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, people do, and it's not just black people. Other cultures and ethnicities watch it too. But I'm just like, I feel like we shouldn't advocate, and we shouldn't encourage something that puts a bad light on quote-unquote black people. Or, Spanish people. Latin people, Latinos, Latinas, you know what I'm saying? All of that. We should not encourage that. You know what I'm saying? Because other races see that and it's laughable. And that's really sad, because we're more to offer. We have more to offer. We're more of a people, more of a person than what's just being shown on TV. But that's what they're showing on TV. So it's something that just bugs me. It gets under my skin, you know what I'm saying? And that's another real talk. And that's probably more in depth later on. But I kind of just wanted to brush on the reality TV aspect of it. As far as with like the black media and the Latino and stuff like that. Television, that's what you see. And it goes for, and again, I don't want people to be like, you sister bash? No. It's not putting the brothers in a good light either, but unfortunately, the sisters is more in the forefront. So you see more of them, and the situation is just worse because you see more of them. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's negativity, in my opinion. It's negativity that we don't need. I'm not on some, I'm not really on like Kumbaya and all that. I'm not really on that, but I'm just saying, like, don't make yourself look like a jackass. Like, that's just my main thing. And when people see that, typically, if they watching whatever, and especially another race, ethnicity, whatever, if they seeing a Nene, or if they seeing, Love and Hip Hop, Jocelyn and stuff like that, I mean, oh my God, just don't even get me started, y'all. Don't even get me started. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not a good life for us. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, whether it's black or Latino or whatever, it's just not a good life. And unfortunately, I kind of fall under both categories. So it's unfortunate because it's under both. Now, I've seen a little bit more, well, not as much, but it's still pretty bad in the Latino aspect too, because you see that with them too. You see that with them. So, there's no amount of funds or whatever to have you disrespect yourself and just be put on display as a clown or as an animal. And that's how I feel that we are being displayed. So yeah, y'all, that's how I feel, whatever. That's just the real talk for now, for the media aspect, the black media and the Latino media, as far as how they view us and stuff like that, the TV shows, the reality shows and stuff. That's just kind of my take on it. Nothing concrete or whatever, just my opinion. Like I said, I'm kind of giving you my view and my opinion, thinking outside of the box, because that's just how I feel or whatever. But yeah, that's just my take. So please, I'll try to say this in my video. So I if I forgive me. But it is always implied to comment, rate, and subscribe. And really, I would love to hear some of your feedback on this, how you feel. If you're not feeling it, if you are feeling it, whatever, it's fine. Once again, that's just a voiceover. So, I'm just kind of doing a voiceover on this. But yeah, just comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys real soon. Take care, stay blessed, and I will holla. Peace.